for Strixhaven, but we are going to play a little bit of actual Magic before we get back to brewing. And today, we're just taking the sort of breakout deck from the last historic qualifier for a spin on the ladder. So this is what we're jamming today. Blue-red, they call it Blue-red Demilich, but it's an Arclight Phoenix deck. And if you haven't seen it, during the last qualifier, I don't know how to pronounce this, but Goutbeek and his team basically had a flawless 15-0 with a 77.6% win rate throughout the entire event, which is wild. So, it's rather straightforward, but it is playing a couple interesting tech pieces in the main board that I would like to talk about. So, obviously, you're trying to do Phoenix and Demilich things. So, Demilich is a 4-mana 4/4. It's alchemized, which makes it even better in our case. It costs 1 blue less to cast for each instant sorcery, so most of the time you're trying to cast it for free. When it attacks, you get to exile card an instant or sorcery from your graveyard, copy it, and you can cast it. And then you can cast it from your graveyard by exiling 4 instant sorceries in addition to its other costs. So you're basically trying to chain 4 spells together, maybe 3, and cast this for 1 or 0 mana. And we're also trying to fuel our graveyard so that we can do the same thing and cast it for free from our graveyard at the price of some other stuff we discarded. Arclight Phoenix is self-explanatory, so these are our sort of 2 main threats in the list. Now, in order to keep that going, we are also playing Faithless Looting, which we are going to change the art there. We are playing Faithless Looting and Thought Scour combined with Consider to dump additional things in the yard. So this surveils 1, this mills a player 2 cards, and then you draw, and Faithless Looting is Faithless Looting. So between these 3, I mean, Consider can put 2 cards in the yard, Thought Scour can put 3, and then obviously Faithless Looting can put 3 cards in the yard as well. It's pretty easy to get your graveyard up and running by 1 or 2, turn 1 or 2. And all of that not only fuels the Demilich and the Phoenix, but it also helps pay for some treasure cruises as you get to those later turns. To round out that cantrip set, we are also playing Ponder, which is the other best cantrip we have access to. But then we also have some interesting cards over here. So we're playing a little bit of Burn. Chain Lightning here, not just for reach, but also removal. It's a great thing to keep hitting off of Demilich as you attack with it and buy it back later in the game. But then we are just playing a single Lightning Axe. You can, discard your Arclights, discard your Demiliches, and blow up something big. Maybe a Frog that was just played, a Shieldred, whatever it might be. And then, interesting enough, we're also playing Swiftspear's Teachings. I've played a little bit off stream. This card's super sweet with a Demilich. If you cast it as one of your cantrips during that turn, you're going to bring this back or play it from hand, because then you can either give it haste and swing right away and then try and buy back something back, or you can power it up with prowess, so once it sticks, you can kind of close out the games faster. So this is a sweet addition. Manamorphose is in here as well because it's basically a free spell. You can just, cast this, you float 2 mana, you get a draw card, and then you play 2 other 1 mana spells and trigger an Arclight Phoenix during combat. So, great inclusion there. We talked about Treasure Cruise, but then these 2 cards are probably the most interesting additions to the list. Notch's Revival is another free spell. You can cast it for 2 life, and it's just an instant that puts target card from a graveyard on top of its owner's library. So, 1, it can delay draws, or sort of make opponents redraw if they, crack a land, a Prismatic Feast or something, and maybe they stride something to the top afterwards, whatever it might be. Maybe you just don't want them to draw something. Then you can Notch's Revival something from the graveyard, put it back on top, and sort of skip that draw step in a sense. It's also great as incidental hate against combo stuff that uses the graveyard, good against Reanimator. They play a Necromancy, you bop that Arden back to the top of their deck and sort of ruin that game plan there too. But it's also sweet with your own stuff where maybe let's say you cast a Consider, you put something on top of your library and you don't love it, but it doesn't really matter. You have something in your graveyard, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. But you can consider in response Notch's Revival bring back something from your yard, maybe a Manamorphose, maybe another Chain Lightning, and then draw that card off of your cantrip. So, super good utility. And then the last one, which I think is the first time I've ever seen this played, is Deem Inferior, which is a 4-mana sorcery, but it costs 1 less for each card you've drawn this turn. And it just says, the owner of target non-land permanent puts it into their library second from the top or on the bottom. So it's kind of an interesting Fate Seal effect. It's, in some cases, much better than like an Into the Floodmaw or a typical bounce spell, because it actually chucks it 2 cards down. But it's very easy to get down to 1 mana, especially off Faithless Looting or, you know, a Manamorphose plus a couple cantrips. So this card's super sweet, and just the fact that it hits any non-land is very enticing as we go here. So that's the main deck. Sideboard, just good stuff. You got Meltdown for Affinity, Quantum Riddler if you're playing a little bit more of a grindy game. Along with that, we are playing a full play set of Force Negations to help prevent combo. Single Brazen Bower just as, you know, a nice complement to Deem Inferior for anything that, you know, you might have to get rid of for a turn or two so you can combo off, whether it might be a Rest in Peace or a Leyline. You can bounce it and then fill your graveyard the following turn and try and get some Arclights re-going. Rending Volley helps blow up white and blue creatures, can't be countered. Cindercone Smite is pretty hot if we are on the draw. Gives us an extra treasure to work with. And then Annuls as some more counter spells and a couple Alpine Moons as Grave Hate. So hopefully I explained that well enough. It's at its heart, it's just a basic Phoenix list, but it's just got some really sweet additions in terms of the spells. So let's hop into some games. Obviously, there's Surgical Extraction, so you can like Noxious Revival your own stuff back so they can't extract it. You can, ooh, a little Tameo off the rip here. Bizarre game 1. We're currently, I don't know what we're currently in. I'm just trying to hold up a couple spells here. So we could fill our graveyard with 6 cards next turn. But, like I said, I haven't played much of this. Ooh, second Phoenix. We're hoping I can mill a Faithless Looting here. I also need a land, which is relevant. Chain Lightning is a good pickup. We do find a Demilich. I am going to Manamorphose. Which doesn't seem like a great plan. Are we going to get reprieved here? Remanded. Okay. Fine by me. Looks like maybe just High Noon? Just try High Noon? Which is fine. We're going to fire off a Ponder here. As much as I love all those cards, we are going to shuffle because we do need to find a land, which is good for us. I think I want to... I mean, we could Manamorphose into Lightning plus Treasure Cruise and get a Lich on the field. Or at least try to. But I think we're just going to keep eating some reprieves and stuff. Okay, so it feels like we're against High Noon, which is fine. We're probably going to bring in the Brazen Borrowers and stuff. We're going to try this again. Aven Interrupter. I think that's fine with us. I think this is our chance to snipe that. Just keep him off a threat. This is probably our worst matchup, chat. One of them. Second Demilich. Let's see if we can fire this off for free. Be real funny if we remanded it. We would actually love a remand here. Might just eat a counter spell. Nope. Okay. Love that opponent. Thank you very much. I'd love another one too, by the way. Sink into Stupor. Chat, I love this so far. I'm looking for a Faithless Looting. See if we can find one. We cannot. Find a Noxious Revival, though. Alright. I guess we're going on the Demilich plan here, chat. I think our threats outclass his by quite a lot. I don't even think I'm going to submit 0 on both of these, I believe. I'm just going to swing and try and keep up a Demon Inferior. Plays a Throne Guard. Interesting. Is he going to trade out our... Okay, he does. I like that. We're just going to replay our Demilich. Very nice. Opponent is running out of gas. Notable that Demon Inferior is also a sorcery. So when I said held up, I didn't mean for like combat. But we kind of knew he'd play something, right? I definitely have to see. Is there a sideboard guide for this? I don't think so. Is it worth me throwing something of his back on? I don't think so. I think we're just gonna fire off the Lich again. Does he have a bounce? He's a Khajiim. That's his spell for turn. Let's play our Phoenix. Oh, and it wasn't his... I'm sorry, chat. It was a psycho ability, not a spell. Duh. I'm really surprised we have not found a freaking Faithless Looting. Second Demilich is fine. What's he got? Okay. Oh, he's got no interaction, chat? We like that. We could Noxious Revival. I think we just play second Demilich. I don't know. How much does it cost to flip Aang? I don't know. But he's going to flash in something. Do I want a Ganjo a land back on top? He doesn't have enough. Well, if he draws a land... Okay, I'm going to leave it. Plays it tapped, which is good for us. very good for us. Okay. Let's start with a cruise. We can get rid of our lands, the other cruise, a Thought Scour, maybe one Manamorphose. We'll keep a Deem. Get rid of a Consider. See if we can draw some cards here. Sick. He has to either play something to save it or tap it to do whatever. And then it just dies anyways. I don't really know why he did that. I think we're just trying to play another Phoenix. I'm at 11. And then we can buy back a Chain Lightning. Okay. GG. Wow. Okay, Plum wasn't paying very much attention there. I'm wondering... Obviously, if... Aura's Steep Shift... Sorry, I'm just looking if... Oh, he does. Okay, so he has a plan. So we're going to bring in one Brazen Borrower, one Riddler, one Force Negation, one Annual, and 2 Rending Volley. We're going to get rid of both the Teachings. Get rid of both the Teachings. Get rid of a couple Chain Lightnings. Actually, I think we want to bring in a second Force. +1 Dual, +2 ready. And then he gets rid of all the Manamorphoses. And gets rid of 1 Noxious Survival. And then he actually keeps plus a Borrower, plus a whatever. Whoa, whoa. That's weird. Plus a Riddler. How much time we got? You want to bore out sorcery cantrips that are less bad. On the play, you try to get a creature in play before they cast High Noon. So Manamorphose on this draw, this becomes much harder because it lines up with the remand. Okay. Brought in the Newell and we brought in the Rending Volleys, right? Sorry, I'm just looking at what else he... Keep the Chain Lightnings in. I like that plan. So, I'm reading... I found the guide that the player wrote. Try to get a creature in play before they cast High Noon, so more Manamorphose is more valuable. Instead of trying to play a longer game, you want to answer that High Noon and try and keep the board somewhat clean. We can do that, chat. I don't love this hand, but we can do it. That was a nice draw for us. Is this instant speed? It is. We didn't see a turn 2 Noon. I'm going to fire off at least one of these Considers. I do want to keep that in case he does play High Noon. I think we'll play the second one too. You know what? I'm probably going to keep that too. I just want access to him. We find a Ponder. We could Treasure Cruise. I think we just Ponder. We could have played Vista there and cracked afterwards. Ooh. I do like all of those. We can at least draw into a Phoenix. Let's take a Force Negation. And pass back. Let's see if he flashes anything in. So far, we're doing a great job, chat. I think I want the other blue source. We could just hard cast the Phoenix here and see what he does. I assume we might get reprieved. He just remains. Okay. He reprieves it. Interesting. That lets us at least get... Oh, no, it doesn't. Just Archon does crazy stuff. Okay, that lets us at least discard our Phoenix to hand size. We have a... Is this only on... Oh, no. Okay. Luckily, it's instant speed, so... We can try again. Chat, we're going to try again. We'll play our land. We're going to wait. We're going to try again. It's funny that this spell can't be countered, and he's, I mean, Reprieve doesn't work, but he's got double Sink into Stupor plus Remand, which is so funny. Really bones us a little bit. Is it dead yet? Okay. I'm gonna try and hardcast this Riddler, I think. We're gonna go to 7. Let's see what he has. He's gotta have something. No. Well, he might have something to remove it. Just a Kaleem. Okay. We still have Force up for his turn. We are at 5, which puts us in high noon range. We have an annul. Annul. Let's see if we can bounce this. I think that's fine. I think we're gonna hang out with our Riddler. We might see a flash in on... We see a Fragment, which would spin us hopefully into something relevant. Take a Demilich. Does this deck play Burn? That is something I do not know. If he has a land, he can... Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's try and deem Inferior here. He has second... Whatchamacallit. We have double Phoenix in the yard. Can we... Let's just try and cast this. 3, 4, 5, 6. What else do I have? I guess we'll take the Rending Volley. Let's see if we can cast a Treasure Cruise. Sick for us. Let's crack an Islet. We find a land. Chat, how interesting is it to rending volley my own Demilich? Does he have something else? Well, it doesn't even matter because we hit our trigger. Well, we can just cast this for free. And we can cast this. Let's get rid of this. Containment Priest is some sick tech for sure. Is this just for creatures? Yes. Chat, we are at 2, and we know he has an interrupter. Which means we need to find... Chain Lightning is pretty good. Nice. So far, so good, chat. He has his second interrupter. We have a ponder. So let's ponder. Guess it doesn't matter too much here, right? I think we're gonna shuffle. Second Demilich is quite good. Let's try and Chain Lightning this. He goes for the interrupter, which we knew he would. We're gonna play second Lich. And then we're gonna swing 1 and cast Demon Furier. He just needs one something to flash in end of turn, but he's not drawing them. Opponent is at 12. Nice! Yo, this deck can grind, dude. I think we can find a land, chat. Opponent goes turn 1 forest into an elf. We're gonna crack this for blue first. I think my best bet is actually ponder. That is nothing we want. Okay, cool. Excuse me, chat. All right. So, what do we play? Oh, we're playing against elves. Dude, who plays elves? Let's thought star ourselves first. We do find 1 looting and a prismatic vista, which is pretty good. I think we're gonna play a Swiss Sphere's Teachings and just leave it chilling. We would like to find... a Chain Lightning. I don't know. This actually seems kind of tough because they're going to go so wide so quick. Just like you see on board. There's a Phoenix, which is certainly interesting. Let's Thought Star ourselves. We find another Demilich. Let's consider. Demon Furier is not what we need. Chat, I don't think we're faster than elves. I can consider and hit a mountain. But we're just going to get ran over. Oh, well, it depends on what his last card is. But we're taking 6, 12. We're taking 14. Down to 2. There's no way we can make enough blockers to be relevant here, right? We can draw off of Cruise. Let's start there. Let's start there. Eat this. Eat this. Eat this, eat this, eat this. Let's eat a Teachings, and then let's eat a Consider. Let's start with some draws. We'll pay the blue. We draw 3 cards. Interesting. Okay. Let's cast Demon Farrier to chuck back the Archdruid. Interesting. Let's blue. Do I have enough? I kind of... Yeah, I have to, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know. I'm looking for a Chain Lightning. There's a Chain Lightning. Good for us. We can kill this. And then we could Demilich and give it Prowess. We probably should have given it Haste, right? But then I was dead either way. I was close, chat. We actually didn't do half bad on the comeback. We got rid of a bunch of stuff there. But even if I did put a Haste on that, I only remove 1 creature. Yeah, it doesn't work. I think I want Smite literally just because... Why is it doing this? That's weird. I want Smite just because it's more removal. I don't really care about the second half. We did see Nykthos. I think I just want things that... Braven! We're playing a real deck. Scour and Deemed Inferior. Yeah, interesting. What's bad here? We 2-0'd High Noon. our first match. Actually, I think I'd rather get rid of 1 Noxious Survival and keep in 1 Teachings. I don't know if I want to bring in Alpine Moon. I think we're just gonna send it back. Now, I was like 8-0 when I was playing in Best of 1 earlier. But we're playing this, and then we're gonna do some more Bruin. But this is only our 2nd match. But this deck's hot as heck. Okay, some more relevant cards plus a Consider. So we're gonna try this out. Surprisingly, I mean, I know this was teched really hard for like the Mythic ladder. Like Frog and all that jazz. So running into random stuff isn't the best plan for us. But we're going to try our best. We can mill a Demilich. Sounds good to me. We do find a Thought Scour, which is quite nice. And we hit another thing. We're going to bounce this Brazen Borrower. Or Brazen Borrower to bounce the Elvish Mystic. Life's tough. It's hot out. I worked outside all day. I was dripping when I got home. Opponent finds a War Master, which I think is also fine. I think we're gonna Thought Scour ourselves. I think our game plan just has to kind of be keep the board clear best we can. Yeah, let's dump a Phoenix. We find another Ponder, which is fine. I think we're gonna crack this. Did my taxes though. We're gonna put this back on top or on the bottom for him. We get a Phoenix back. And we get to start swinging. One spell off of Demilich, but we have plenty of... Do you have city tax? Mm-mm. Opponent's at 11. Plays an Allosaurus Shepherd, probably into an Elvish Mystic, into a nothing. That's very good for us, chat. So let's ponder first. Oh, chat, these are kind of all cards we want. I also want to be able to... I kind of want to be able to discard into that. Let's grab this. Let's take them. We're just gonna discard a land. And then I think we're just gonna play a Demilich. Let's get rid of... I want to keep all our removal. So we're gonna get rid of Cruise, Consider, and Ponder. So now we have a Lightning Axe up next turn, and a Cindercone Smite. Ohio's dumb. In addition to Fed and State, each has different tax rates. That's fucking stupid. Okay, we find another one. So let's swing. Let's fire off the Cindercone. And then, do I just want to play second Lich here? Or do we want to hold up Borrower? I think I just want second Lich, right? And then we'll Treasure Cruise next turn. Okay, GG. Not bad. I like how we sideboard. The city I live in doesn't have an online e-file for taxes. You have to go in person, but the tax... That's fucking stupid, Braven. I'm so sorry. That sounds horrible. Okay, so that went really well, right? Our goal is to just try and keep early stuff off the board and then land a creature. Demilich is probably super important. Haven't paid most of my city taxes. Can't wait to get sued again. You've been sued before? Okay. This is potentially a quick Phoenix, but we have no interaction. But we also have a shit ton of card draw. I think we're going to try it. We might get punished for it. Our opponent's obviously able to flood the board, and we're not playing that much interaction. Craven, why are you always sued, dude? Turn 1 Elf. Good with me. Let's ponder here. I love all of this. Okay, so we can fire off double Phoenix next turn and then try and race, but it's going to be tough. City tax is something no one tells you about until you get the letter in mail saying show up in court. Of course it's not, dude. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go this. We're going to Manamorphose into blue and red. Good draw there. Cast Faithless Looting. Draw 2. I like both of those. Discard 2 Phoenixes. And then, should we just Demon Furrier's Archdruid? I think so. That keeps the pressure off of us and gives us 2 Phoenixes. This card's cracked for no reason. Dude, so I have a partner, and like, it was the first time she was doing taxes, like her parents always did for it, and like, she just has so much stuff happening. Okay, we're gonna bounce the Priest. Our goal here literally is to just... I'm gonna fire off a Consider first. I'm gonna take a Noxious Revival. And we're gonna swing for 6 again. Our goal is to just chill. If we find a Chain Lightning, he's dead next turn. But it doesn't really seem like he has proper interaction for us. Allosaurus Shepherd's fine. Plays another elf. Okay. So we find a Ponder. So let's go land. Let's Ponder first, see if we can find a Chain Lightning. We do not, but we do find a fucking Faithless Looting, dude. Yeah, I think we take that, right? What are the chances I die next turn? Not super high. We're just gonna mill ourselves out, I think. I'm gonna Thought Scour again. Okay, there's another Phoenix, so he's just dead. We get to cast this for free. And then we get to return the Phoenix back. Dude, this deck's cracked out of its mind. Praven, I would highly recommend crafting this one. Did you read these guys? The team that made this, they got 7 people to day 2 in the qualifier. He went 15-0. He didn't drop a match. And I think 2 of his teammates didn't drop a match either. We are on the play. Don't love this hand. I'm not going to rely on just a Thought Scour, but this hand's fucking sick. So we're going to keep it and check back at teachings. Praven, if it makes you feel better, I played it a little bit off stream, but we're 9-1. we have a 90% win rate. I feel like I'm a betrayal to my own kind. I became the very thing I sought to destroy. And that's a net decker. Alright, this hand's pretty sweet. Not sure what we want to lead on. We actually might lead on teachings. Bowling silvers? Oh shit. Yeah. Sick. We're 9-1, so. Oh. Chat. What can I do here? I can go 1, 2, get this down to 2 mana. Not yet. Let's Faithless Looting. Okay, not really what I wanted to see, but that's fine. I'm gonna drop these out and hold on to the Vista. Don't I always look for stuff in that deck? I look at other brews, but I do my best to make them my own. What the fuck's going on here, chat? Dragon fodder. Ooh, chain lightning. Okay, so what's our goal here? Do we just want to try and play? Do we just want to try and get a Demilich going? I think so. Let's Man of Orphos. Do I just want to go red? Yes, I do. Let's chain lightning one of these. Let's lightning axe the other. And then we'll crack for a blue, and then we'll play Demilich. What's not great? Here, we'll probably keep the lightning, Metamorphose, and the teachings. I want to keep... Yeah, that's fine. We're running out of gas here. Let's keep it prowess. I know we could swing in there, but I'd rather be able to pump a little bit and try and close out the game faster. I don't know what our opponent's on. Probably nothing good. I'm gonna be honest. Gobos of some sort. Sear Slicer. Oh shit, chan. He's playing cards. I didn't know silvers could play cards. Ponder's a fucking fantastic top deck. Jesus. Holy shit. Chat, I'm so in. Chat, I'm gonna punish him. We're gonna punish our opponent so hard. I think I'm gonna kill his Sear Slicer goblin with a chain lightning. We did a Phoenix back. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I want to? He hasn't. I don't know why I thought I had one more mana available, but I don't. We're just still gonna swing for 10. I would assume he. Oh, okay, chat. He does not block. He's a gamer. Cranko! Holy shit. What do I have? I still have Chain Lightning. We're fine. Okay. Jesus. Do I just want that for the oh, okay. Let's just say, do I want that just for the value? Honestly, I think we just kind of sideboard the same way we did for elves, even though this is a bit smaller bodies. But I think we just try and stay low to the ground and use whatever removal we can. So we went what? Minus this and this. Brought in an extra borrower and then smite. We'll just go like that, chat. Sounds good to me. God, this deck's crazy. I mean, I know we're playing against silver goblins, but still. This is everything we want. No threats, but 2 things to help keep the board somewhat clear. And opponent does no turn 1 play. So we're gonna shock this in. Land, crack, fetch, take 2 on Conley Woods. 2 mana, and they're gonna play Dragon Fodder, which is fine. Let's consider in response. Consider the following. I don't need a 4th land. Metamorphose is good. We find another Thought Scour. Let's just get rid of one of these. We'll hold on to the Thought Scour for a moment. We might want to... Okay, Legion War Boss is fine. He's going to make a 1/1. Let's Thought Scour ourselves. There's a Lich. Very relevant. Okay. So... we can Morphos for 1, Thought Scour for 2, and then Blink for 3. That doesn't let us cast Lich. I can borrow the Legion Boss. And then... Treasure Cruise? I think I have to reset that boss, right? Yeah. Do I have anything? 1, 2, 3. What other non... I have 7 cards, so I'd have to exile my whole graveyard. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that, but I think I kind of do. Why is it not registering all my clicks, chat? I know that sucks to get rid of that, but I think it's worth it to refill our hands. I could be completely wrong, but maybe just okay. So now we have to get rid of a Cranko. We're still taking lots of damage. Metamorphose. Okay. All right, chat. You ready? We're just gonna see what we can do here. Find another Phoenix. Okay, I like that. If we could find a Faithless Looting, I would love my life. Let's mill ourselves. Faithless Looting? No, another Treasure Cruise is hot, though. Let's play a Demilich. Let's Demon Inferior this. And start there. Okay. Double Phoenix in hand kind of sucks, but we just milled ourselves a shit ton. So we can Treasure Cruise next turn, hopefully find a looting, and then we can go Cruise, looting, Demon Inferior, whatever he plays, and then get double Phoenix back. We're hoping. He just replays the War Boss. Is he gonna swing? He has to. We're going to what, 9? Oh shit, chat. Shit, chat, he's got Lightning Strike, dude. How do I beat a Lightning Strike? Oh, never mind, we found another Demilich. Okay. It's not exactly what I wanted. I think we start with Cruise again, right? Yeah. That's what, 5. Let's get rid of Ponder, and I'd rather have the other Demon Inferior, I think. Give me a looting. Give me a looting. Hell yeah! Hey, oh, hell. Chat, this deck's so stupid. This deck's so fucking stupid, dude. I'm gonna go blue on this one. And then, you know what's actually kind of funny here? Watch this. We can Demon Inferior. Oh, this is hilarious. Check out this sick play. He's gonna put that on top, right? Fuck yeah, he is. And then we're gonna mill it with our Thoughts Tower. Hell yeah. And then watch this. This deck's so stupid. You guys like that play? Does he have anything in the graveyard that... No, we're just gonna leave it. I'm at 9. Now we're really bullying the silver player, aren't we? Oh shit, Chad, he's got a Cranko. Okay, so we can Demon Farrier the Cranko again. We find another Phoenix. Do I just want to loot? He's at 14. Nah. How many cards did I draw? Deem costs... Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, let's just swing. Let's start there. I guess we could do this, and then we could loot, and then submit 0. Did I do that in the right order? Yeah. I'm fine. Okay, chat, I did it in the right order. Because now, Demon Inferior only costs 1, right? Is that how it works? Yeah. I'm so smart, chat. Demon Inferior is kind of stupid. Alright, we'll see what he does. He could quadruple block, but I think he's just going to chump here, which is good for us. Just to add insult to injury, we're going to kill that one. And we'll pass back, unless he has muxes. GG's. I like that we have Axe with Phoenix, but then we also have Ponder to try and find our next land. So we're going to give this one a shot. Winota was not. We are going to fire off a Ponder immediately. I think we have to take that, right? Yeah. I'll take a Chain Lightning, but we can Thought Star ourselves to get rid of the Revival. Maybe a Thoughtseize here? Yeah. Go for it, Super Chief. No, I think Winota is still Winota. Rather unfortunate. They hate us. Fuck, he took our Thoughts Tower. Not exactly what we wanted to do here. I'm gonna Lightning him. Just because I can and dump something else. I kind of got fucked there. No, not Bowmasters. Opponent's on Rumble. Is this just Jund Goyfs? Did he hit all spells off of that? No permanents? We find a Revival. I wonder if I just chuck a Pushback on top of his... you know what? No, let's get Phoenix out of our hand. How many cards is that? 4? We might Thought Scour... I think I'm going to Thought Scour myself. Or I'm going to Revival, Thought Scour back to the top, draw it, and then we'll Thought Scour ourselves and Treasure Cruise. Unless he has another Thoughtseize, but that also puts us into range of Treasure Cruise anyways. Might see a Goyf here. Does he has a sideboard plan for Jund Goyfs, right? Yes. We don't know what their Grave Hate of choice. The matchup guide said this is a great matchup. The mid-range game is fundamentally about trading resources, and we generate resources far more efficiently than Jund decks. They can discard you heavily and you run out of cantrips for a weak couple of turns, but usually one turn where you hit something like a Ponder into a Cruise is big enough to swing the game. Against decks with Surgical, you want to make it hard to Surgical your Demilich. Losing both single is a disaster you can often avoid. Use Noxious Vial to counter the Surgical. When they target your yard, put it back on top of your library response. Okay. Are we gonna get Thoughtseize again? What else does he have? Inquisition. Okay. So in response to that, we're gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna chuck Thought Scholar back on top of my library. Beautiful. Let's mill ourselves. Metamorphose into a Demilich, into a second Demilich. And let's fire off the Treasure Cruise. Revival. Ponder, Lightning, Original Treasure. If we draw into a land plus a cantrip, we can bring back Phoenix. Oh, did I missed one. I'm sorry. What is it? Did I not? What is happening? Am I stupid, chat? I guess so. How many cards did I just say? Okay, I'm just dumb. I guess I miscounted. I'm sorry. How many did I exile? 5? He has, what, 2 drops? Just Rumble and a Decay. Doesn't have a sizable threat. So, maybe Morphos consider... See if we can find one more cantrip. Do we have enough to cruise after that? No. I think he takes Morphos here. I don't mind him just discarding a bunch of shit for us. They do need to... I wish they did an Alchemy rebalance or something. Okay, he took the Metamorphose, which is a good play. Plays a land. Does not seem to have any threat, which is good for us. He's going to fire off a Malevolent Rumble, though, so that's probably going to draw him into, of course. What do you take? Pyrogoyf? Okay. We got rid of our Lightning. He does... Yeah, you definitely should play your... Oh. Okay, I'll take a Barrelgroyf. Good for us. Demon Farrier is... good. We kind of need to draw something relevant. Interesting to me that he did not... He played the Barrelgroyf first. I guess he wanted to hedge his life total. But now we got him to 6. Do we still have a Chain Lightning here? No, I exiled that too. This is a little tougher. He had a slow start, but we also kind of fumbled for a while off of that double Thoughtseize. 3-drop wise, he just has Crucius, which is still quite good. I would think he would play the Pyrogoyf first to maybe kill the Phoenix and then snipe us, or just dome us all together. Graveyard is somewhat stocked. We can try and Treasure Cruise next turn, but we'll see. So yeah, he kind of has to figure out what he wants to do. I would assume his best option is Goyf into Crucius. Fear of missing out. Are we dead? We're close. Doesn't this... Chat, does this trigger on Barrelgroyf? Yes. Okay, I'm not crazy. So he smacks Arclight for 4. Puts him... Okay. Good call on that. Yarsels gets a Crucius. So chat, he's close to dead. We're also dead next turn. So we kind of need a big draw here. Consider. It's possible. Actually, he might have wanted that. Notch's Revival. Do I Notch's the looting? I think I do. Okay, I need 7 cards, chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so that gets us Faithless Looting. And well, we'll see. Okay, chat, we're so fucking good at this game, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. Look at Plum playing to his outs. Okay, what kind of grave hate do you think he has? It depends on... I feel like he's probably going to have, like... If they have Leyline of the Void, we cut the Revivals and keep in the Chain Lightnings. I don't think he has that. We didn't see, like, a... I mean, we could sideboard in Cindercrone Smite here. But... It doesn't kill... It doesn't really kill anything relevant besides Crucius. And I don't know if he's played a Noble Hierarch. So, I think I want to bring in the Riddler. He says, take out a Chain Lightning and a Fiery Islet. If they don't have it, you should not board in a Sitter Site and board in a Brazen Borrower. Okay, so I think really we just want Riddler. And then maybe we just cut a single Teachings. And we'll see where that gets us. I'll post it in chat. He says, against them, if we're on the draw, we want to go plus a Riddler and plus a Cindercrone Smite if we're on the draw. Minus a Chain Lightning, minus a land. This hand's pretty good. We're going to get Thoughtseize, but that's okay. But if they're not playing Hierarch, then there's no point in bringing in Cindercrone Smite. And he did not play Leyline. Okay, they're playing Delighted Halfling. Good. That it would have been nice to know, chat. Wow. Sure. I'll take all those. Yeah, I'll take all those. That sounds great. Thank you. Are we just going to see a turn 2 Barrowdrive here? Possibly. Yeah, that sucks. We're going to Thought Scour ourselves. Demilich is a nice pickup. I'm going to consider myself too. Don't want to land. We do find a Notch's Revival. Okay. A little awkward here. Now we know we can bring in the Cindercrone here for game 3. Oh yeah, I guess they're back to Crucius, right? So it makes sense that he would play Yarsel and Crucius for Legendary. He hits a second Goif and plays it. Resolves. I think I want to... Yeah, okay. Chat, I might have wanted to Revival there. I think we might have to just chuck our graveyard away. Why Why does it not register all my clicks? Chat. If we can find a looting off of this, which we don't. But we do find a demon inferior to put that somewhere. He's just gonna mill it, I would assume. I'm not gonna revival. But we will discard a Phoenix. And if he has a surgical, we'll bounce it back to our library. It's not really what I want to draw, but that's okay. Chat, this deck, I like the lines you get to play. My brain's ticking and humming. Okay, fear of missing out's fine. Oh, I'm sorry, he didn't put that back on top. I thought it was hiding, but puts a Goif. Still throws a Goif down. Looks like he's looking for a land, so I'm glad I didn't revival his Verge back on top. Let's see if he finds anything. He does not. That's good for us. He's missing his lands. I wonder if it's worth... Well, okay. We still have Treasure Cruise. We got options here, chat. Let's figure it out. So... we have to Demon Inferior his Goif out of there, right? We can definitely cast 4 spells here. So let's go Ponder. I think we're fine here, chat. I like both of those. I always feel like I'm going to do something wrong. And then we'll go Manamorphose. Do I just want a blue here? I think so. Thought Scour ourselves. That was a nice pickup. We'll Demon Fury the Goif. And then we'll double Demilich. He might have Fatal Push. And then let's just Treasure Cruise. I kind of want to keep the Lightning in the Deem, so I think I'm going to get... no, I do want to keep... We have to keep that Arc Light, right? Let's get rid of the Lightning. I'd rather have the Demon Inferior. This buys us back Phoenix. That was a nice draw. Does he have a... We got the exact play we were looking for, chat. We saved... Okay, he does have the Fatal Push. Good to know. We're at 9. It might be funny to, like, shove something stupid back on top of his deck, but I think we got him. Wow. Okay, just stop, Jund. All right, final round. What a fucking great hand to start with. Jesus. I think I just want to loot right off the rip. No, I don't. We're gonna chill. I want to hold on to this for a second. I can be a good player. Sometimes. Not all the time. But if I'm paying attention and not typing on stuff. Okay, I didn't really want a Treasure Cruise there. Let's fire off a Chain Lightning. Maybe we're in the mirror. He considers. Certainly feels like we're in the mirror. Chat, did I hit decline? I did. I did not mean to do that. I'm not a good player. Praven, you jinxed it. Are we on the mirror? I think we are. Or Wizards, but it definitely feels like the mirror. Okay, anyways, let's loot. Okay, that's good. I think I'm going to get rid of the Demon Inferior because we don't need it, right? Chat! Did I just click treasure? What the fuck's wrong with me? Praven, get out of my brain. Get out of my brain, Praven. Why did I discard the Phoenix? How many cards is that? 7? We're gonna wait a turn. Praven is playing mind games on me, dude. I start talking and suddenly it doesn't work. Yeah, okay. We're on the mirror match chat. That sucks. And I made 2 misplays already, boys. However, he's just milling his butt out. So, I have no idea if there's anything for the mirror. I'm going to notch his revival, which he could have in hand. But I'm going to put looting back on top. Or try to. We'll see if... Well, it doesn't matter if he revivals my revival. Unless... Well, he could revival my revival now, so I don't draw Faithless Looting. But then I could Treasure Cruise. So we'll find out. No. Okay, he doesn't do that. That's good for me. Let's loot. Nice. Hopefully, we're the first ones to get something here. It's possible we draw into a Demilich here, too. But I'm just going to cruise... and bring back the Phoenix. So let's get rid of that. I don't think Demon Inferior is that relevant. We'll get back the original cruise. Notch is fine. And then we need to get rid of a Ponder. No revival from opponent. But we do... Okay, we draw into a second Faithless Looting. Does opponent have revival for my Phoenix? Yes, they do. Good to know. Okay. We have 3 spells for next turn. Obviously, Demon Fury is a little trickier. But opponent might be able to go off this turn, too. Wow, that... Oh, it's spicy. Notch's Revival is such a fun card. Looks like opponent's gonna... I mean, they might go for a Demilich here. Or, actually, it seems like they're Treasure Cruising first. Is he spending his Manamorphose mana? He is. Second Manamorphose. So he's got 3 spells. I assume we're just hitting a Demi. Which is going to be not crazy value yet. He had triple Manamorphose. That's pretty great. So, Praven, there's your answer from earlier. I guess people are playing it. He's got to have multiple, right? Yeah. Does he have a third? No, he has a looting. Dude, if he hits a Phoenix off that, oh, crazy. This deck's so gross. The triple Demi. I'm not coming back from that, boys. The triple Demi's nutty. What? I don't even know how to sideboard here. Do I just bring in like borrowers and forces? But what am I? Nothing is worth forcing. I guess maybe a Treasure Cruise. But I feel like I don't want the full suite. I think I want a Riddler too. I almost feel like Chain Lightning and Demon Inferior aren't doing that much here. Maybe we drop another one in one of these. I think Notch's Revival is important. Maybe we just don't play the Brazen. Well, Brazen Borrow is more interesting in general. Maybe we don't play it. All right, let's try again, chat. We could have brought in Cindercone Smite, but again, we're not playing anything, so it's crazy. I wonder how draw dependent this is. Like, this hand's gross for now. But he probably has the same sideboard as me, I would think. Okay. So far, so good. No plays from him. That was a nice draw on our part. Pause here, which makes me think he has a Deem or something. I think we're just going to get rid of our Deem Inferior. Okay, he plays his land, which is fine. Let's play ours. Let's draw Thought Scour. We hit second Phoenix. We find a Demilich. How many lands do we have in here? A bunch. Is it worth me trying to go for this treasure cruise right now? No. Maybe. We only, this is 7, so we only have to exile 5, so 1, 2, we could do it. Let's do it. Pretty good. How many spells have I cast? I don't know. Not enough. Metamorphose. I'm gonna try and counter it. Good. Nice. Okay. Let's ponder. Wow. Sure. I want all those. We're gonna, yeah, we're gonna Metamorphose and then Noxious Revival in response to get our Ponder back. We'll see if we want to shuffle away this Phoenix, but if we find a looting... I'm just going to shuffle these. I don't want those. I am going to crack the islet, I think. Might as well maximize mana here. Ooh. How many cards do I have in my... It's probably worth it now, right? Let's draw the Vista, so then we can add one more card to the yard. Double Phoenix back. Let's see what he has. Nothing. Might have Brazen Borrower. We also have Riddler. Boys, these are fun games. Yeah, we'll keep it on top. We got Treasure Cruise. He Demiliches himself. Okay, so that's sick. We have 7 cards, so we can just... I don't want to shuffle that away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if he'll... Oh, okay, we can fire it off. Good for us. We're going to try and kill his Demilich and discard our own. And then we're going to Chain Lightning him. And then we're going to... Oh, I'm out of thing. Okay, it doesn't matter. We didn't need to. Chat! 1-1 in the mirror match, boys. I still feel pretty good with how we sideboarded. It's just really, I guess it's really just who can stick the first Demilich. That's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, sure. We'll try it. This is a strong hand. I think we'll hold on to the looting until we're ready to rock. So we'll probably, I think we'll ponder on turn 1, find our second land. Metamorphose is a great pickup there. I like all those cards. So we can just get going next turn. Is that what I want to do? I think so. We're gonna toss the consider away. Let's get a blue. Let's Metamorphose. Red. Looting. Discard the Phoenix and a land. Looting. Discard Phoenix and a land. Nice pickup here. That was a fast start. He loots. Let's see if he has... He could do something very similar. If he has Metamorphose or 2 spells. But we have a Lightning Axe for one of them, so we can race. Land into his own Lightning Axe? No, just a Demon Inferior. Yeah, we'll drop it up top. We can Thought Scour it. I think we're fine. Can we get 3 spells off next turn? Yes, we can. We're going to hold on to the Noxious Revival. I don't want any of those. Okay, we found our mountain. Actually, is it worth me? Is it? It might be. Is it worth me firing off the revival? I think it is. I think it is. I think we're gonna put a loot back on top of our own deck, and then we're gonna play the Demilich. We'll eat that. We'll eat the Ponder. We'll eat this Ponder. We'll eat a Thought Scour. We're at 13, which is not a lot. This is a sick matchup, boys. Chat, I'm so real right now. I forgot Rending Volley hits blue creatures. I played against High Noon round 1, and I was just thinking it hits white stuff. Treasure Cruise. He didn't play a land yet. Decides to keep both. Interesting. Let's consider the following. Opponent has Chain Lightning's pretty good. Force Negation. Okay. I like it. I like it. Let's loot. Second Force Negation. Spicy. We'll play our Demilich. I think I want to keep the Lightning Axe in the yard. Oh, he's going to trade me out. Okay. 2 cards. If he's got a Treasure Cruise, that hurts. But it looks like he'll be able to rebuy his Phoenixes here. Damn, he had double force, dude. That sucks. This is sweet, though. I'm having a blast. Might have a second Rending Volley for the Demilich, which puts us in a very bad spot. Does he have one more cantrip? He's got to. Yeah, he's got a looting. Okay, so we're going to take 6, unless he hit another Phoenix, in which case we take 9. Ooh, did he find a land plus a cantrip? Jesus. Nice draws, dude. But, I mean, there's a very, very slim chance we can kill him next turn. Depending on what we draw. But we have to draw really nicely. Force negation is not what I wanted at all. We're going to try and cast this on the Demilich. He has to block with Phoenix. Chat, we did not need a force negation there. He can play Demilich again, I think. How many cards does he have in here? Yeah, he can play another one. But he might just rebuy looting. But he can't do both at the moment. Unless he found a treasure cruise. Which it certainly looks like he did. Our opponent's top decks are just way better than ours. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I like that. What the fuck? Does he have, he has Cruise. Does he have a Lightning Axe? Chat, we just need a Chain Lightning. But now we can't do it. I think he's got us. I think he's got us. Plus a Demilich. We have to block here. He plays a land, cracks it. Okay, Riddler's relevant. Wish we had another land, but he's relevant. Consider is relevant. No. We want that, right? Chet, did we just win? Chat, we might have just won. He considers. He's looking for a Noxious Revival. Did he find it? No? Oh my god! Oh, I'm sweaty. Chat! Out of nowhere, from behind. What a game. What a fuck. That was so fun. Craven, this deck's good. Wow. How does it feel? Chat, I gotta say, I had a blast with this one. Not only did we go 5-0, including beating the mirror in the last match, but just like the sequencing and lines that you can do are just so fun to think through. And not necessarily challenging to navigate, but more so just like a fun puzzle to think about as you're playing the rest of it. Demon Inferior was such a sick card the entire night. Very good with Faithless Looting, and just really good at getting rid of problematic permanents. I love the counterplay you can have with Noxious Revival. You saw us Noxious Revival something back to their whatever in response. What was that, an Arden? No, I forgot what it was. But we Noxious Revival something back. The Goblins player, he put it back on top of his library after we Demon Inferior'd, and then we put something else on top from his graveyard, and then we milled them both. Maybe it wasn't the Goblins player. I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The list is sweet. There's so, like, even against that Phoenix, we were about to lose that last match. We drew a Quantum Riddler and then just proceeded to go off and come back from out of nowhere. So you can go like super explosive. There's a couple games where we like turn one looting and then end up with like a Manamorphose double trigger with cantrips and then fire off a couple Arclights on turn 2. But there's a lot of games where you just power out a Demilich fast and then you're just grinding and buying them back. And it's so nice to have like your resources split between both your hand and your graveyard, because it feels like every time they spend removal, everything just comes right back, which I know is the general power of Arclight Phoenix. But overall, super fun, super sweet. Shout out. Oh, I don't have it anymore. But shout out to the creators. This deck did incredible. Once again, creator is Jitse Goutbeek. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't think I am. But you can find his guide on the list, as well as some sideboard plans against the top archetypes, which we referenced quite a bit during our matches. He has some tips and tricks and things like that too. So if you needed more proof that this deck's sweet, you have it right here. It's not often we play a mainstream shell on the Jank Tank, but this one just looked like too much fun to miss out on. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.